You're about to spend premium money on a laptop. But here's the uncomfortable truth. One of these machines will age like a powerhouse, and the other might start feeling limited sooner than you expect. The Apple MacBook Pro M5 and the Samsung Galaxy Book6 Pro look like rivals on paper, same slim profiles, similar display sizes, both pushing AI and next-gen performance. But underneath, they're built on completely different philosophies. One is engineered for sustained, uncompromising power. The other is optimized for mobility and smart, AI-driven convenience. So the real question isn't which one is better, it's which one actually survives your workload. Let's find out. The MacBook Pro M5 clearly comes out swinging harder. The base M5 chip features a 10-core CPU for performance plus 6 efficiency cores, paired with a 10-core GPU, plus a 16-core neural engine and massive 153 GB per second memory bandwidth. That alone already positions it in a higher efficiency performance bracket compared to typical Ultrabooks. But it doesn't stop there. Apple scales aggressively with the M5 Pro up to 18-core CPU, 20-core GPU, 307 GB per second bandwidth, and M5 Max up to 18-core CPU, 40-core GPU, up to 614 GB per second bandwidth. On the other side, the Galaxy Book6 Pro uses Intel Core Ultra Series 3 chips, Ultra 5 325, Ultra 7 356H, and Ultra X 735-8H, with integrated NPUs for AI workloads. While Intel's new architecture is strong, especially in AI-assisted tasks, the reality is that Apple's silicon still dominates in sustained performance per watt and GPU scaling. The inclusion of hardware-accelerated ray tracing in the M5 also pushes it further ahead for creative and graphics workloads. Apple uses unified memory architecture, starting at 16 GB and scaling up to 32 GB on M5, and up to a massive 128 GB on M5 Pro Max, with extremely high bandwidth. Samsung caps things at 16 GB or 32 GB RAM, which is fine for most users, but not even in the same league for heavy multitasking or pro workloads. Storage-wise, Apple again goes further with 512 GB base, up to 4 TB on M5 and 8 TB on M5 Max, whereas Samsung offers 256 GB to 1 TB SSD options. If you're dealing with large media files, development environments, or AI datasets, this difference matters immediately. Winner: MacBook Pro M5, decisively. Display is where things get interesting, because both are excellent, but they target slightly different priorities. Apple's Liquid Retina XDR display, 14.2-inch at 3024 by 1964, or 16.2-inch at 3456 by 2234, 254 ppi delivers 1000 nit, sustained brightness, and 1600 nits peak HDR, along with ProMotion up to 120 Hz. That's a mini LED panel designed for professional color accuracy and HDR workflows. Samsung counters with a dynamic AMOLED 2X touchscreen, also up to 120 Hz and 1000 nits peak brightness, with deep contrast and punchy colors, typical of OLED. The touchscreen adds versatility, but Apple's higher sustained brightness and HDR headroom make it more reliable for professional color work. If you care about cinematic HDR editing or brightness consistency, Apple wins. If you prefer OLED contrast and touch interaction, Samsung has appeal. Still, from a pure technical and professional standpoint, winner: MacBook Pro M5. The MacBook Pro M5 includes 3x Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 5 on Pro Max, HDMI, SDXC card slot, MagSafe 3, and headphone jack, which is already a strong lineup. Samsung offers 2 Thunderbolt 4, 1 USB-A, HDMI 2.1, and a headphone jack, but notably no SD card slot. The inclusion of USB-A on Samsung is practical for legacy devices, while Apple focuses more on high-speed modern connectivity. However, Apple's inclusion of SDXC and MagSafe, plus the potential jump to Thunderbolt 5, gives it more flexibility for creators. Winner: MacBook Pro M5. Battery life is one of the most surprising comparisons. Apple claims up to 24 hours of video streaming on the 14-inch model with a 72.4 watt-hour battery, and even larger capacity on the 16-inch with a 100 watt-hour. Samsung, however, claims up to 30 hours of video playback. That said, battery claims vary heavily depending on workload, and Apple's efficiency is historically consistent in real-world mixed usage. Still, based purely on stated numbers, Samsung takes the edge here. Winner: Galaxy Book6 Pro. Keyboard and input experience is closer. Apple provides the Magic Keyboard with full-height function keys, Touch ID, and a Force Touch trackpad, which is widely regarded as one of the best in the industry. Samsung responds with a redesigned keyboard and upgraded haptic touchpad, along with a fingerprint scanner. While Samsung's improvements are meaningful, Apple's trackpad precision and overall consistency still set the benchmark. Winner: MacBook Pro M5. Samsung mentions a precision thermal cooling system with heat pipes and quieter fans, which is good. But Apple's efficiency-driven silicon typically requires less aggressive cooling for the same workload. Combined with higher performance ceilings, Apple maintains stability better under heavy loads. Winner: MacBook Pro M5. Finally, ecosystem and special features depend entirely on your workflow. Samsung integrates deeply with the Galaxy ecosystem, offering features like Quick Share, Note Assist, and Circle to Search, powered by Intel's NPU and Copilot Plus capabilities. Apple, while not explicitly detailed here, inherently ties into its broader ecosystem with seamless device integration. If you're already using Galaxy devices, Samsung offers real productivity benefits. If you're in Apple's ecosystem, the MacBook becomes significantly more powerful as a hub. This is the only truly subjective category, but based on AI integration alone, Samsung is more forward-facing here. Winner: Galaxy Book6 Pro for AI native features. Thank you for tuning in. If you strip everything down to what actually matters long-term, the Apple MacBook Pro M5 is the clear ultimate winner. It dominates in raw performance, memory scalability, display accuracy, and pro-level features that simply outclass the Samsung Galaxy Book6 Pro. The Samsung machine is lighter and leans into AI-driven convenience, but it can't match the MacBook's sustained power and versatility. If you're investing serious money, the MacBook Pro M5 is the smarter, future-proof choice. What do you think? Would you still pick portability over power, or go all in on performance? Drop your choice below.